I got to play the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting game collection early, so big shout out to Capcom for letting me come through to their offices in LA to test out the game. Before we get into it, I want to preface this by saying I only got like 30 minutes of time with the game, so there's only so much I can tell you. And what I can tell you is this fighting game collection features a bunch of different games, including X-Men Children of Adam, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel's Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel's Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and the Punisher. And in this demo that we got to play, everything was playable except for the Punisher. That was not in the build for whatever reason. I'd imagine it probably just wasn't ready. In the game, it has online multiplayer with a rollback net code. You got galleries and museums with all the different art from there. I think it has like modern controls in there as well with one button specials, adjustable difficulties, and then the quick save functionality. I didn't get to test out any of the online, so if you're curious of how the rollback net code is on it, I can't tell you. I only got to play local at this event, but what I can tell you, what I played, I loved it. And I'm going to be honest, it's mostly just because of nostalgia. In my opinion, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a top 100 game. It's in my top 100. I don't know where it would land, but it's there. And the moment I got on the sticks, I was just like, I got reminded, it was like a rush. I was like, oh man, I love this game. I'm definitely copping this one. Especially because the last time that I played it, was when it released on the Xbox 360. That was the last time it came out. And that was like, what, 15 years ago or something like that? I think that's why a lot of people are excited about it. And then you got the rollback net code. Do know that this game is not going to be in 16:9. This is not a remaster. I believe this is just a port. So it'll be in its native display. When I played it, the way it was displayed is in its native display. And then on the side, it had like artwork to fill the screen. So technically it is in 16:9, but like on the edges, there will be artwork. And then it'll kind of have like that box, how it originally used to display. But what's on the screen is very crispy. It runs well. It felt very fast, fluid. I'm gonna let you know right now the gameplay is not gonna be the best because it's been a while since I played. I was just button mashing, trying to cook up whatever I could, trying to remember some buttons from like back in the day, but there was only so much I could do like in 30 minutes. I will say the one thing that impressed me most about this Marvel vs. Capcom collection was the fact that the training mode, they included a lot of modern tools in it. So like in the training mode, if you go into there, it'll actually show you the hit boxes of each character and all the different moves. So like for those of you who are trying to take this game seriously and go online and play ranked and lab it up, maybe even get into some tournaments, because I'd imagine this collection, now that it's available on modern hardware, it's going to be big in different tournaments or whatnot. So the fact that they put this training mode in there and you can see all the different hit boxes, not going to be too useful for me because I'm not trying to sweat that hard. I just want to be better than my friends. I do think that's going to be very useful for people that want to sweat on this goddamn game. I like the quick save feature, really cool. Kind of reminds me of kind of the stuff that you see in emulation. I like to see that that's kind of coming in and you can just basically save whenever you want. And it's very easy to kind of switch between all the different games and kind of see like the development of how things changed over the years. Another thing I was not a big fan of when it came to this collection was the fact that right after I got done previewing this game, they just had a Nintendo Direct where it was revealed Capcom will also be releasing a part 2 of a fighting collection that will have Power Stone 1 and 2 in it, as well as a bunch of other fighting Capcom games. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, bro, why couldn't y'all put this on? You could at least waited until this game came out, the first one. So I'm not gonna lie, it kind of irks me. It kind of feels greedy that you guys are putting out a part 2 to this collection, when in my opinion, these older games, like the file sizes are much smaller. They could have easily put this all on one disc. They could have made it all one digital download, but you know, they got to milk it, I guess. I wish if you were going to release a part 2, Capcom, I really wish you guys would have waited at least 6 months to a year before you announce this. It kind of burns. It kind of burns. These are old games. I get that there's new online and there's some new training functionality in it, but it kind of leaves a bitter taste in my mouth that I want this. Now I got to pay for 2 different collections. I don't know if I'm gonna get that second one. It is tempting because I do love Power Stone, and it's been, I don't think we've seen Power Stones in the Dreamcast either. All I can say is I like the game. I think it's going to be a really good collection. It runs smooth, didn't get any like crazy hiccups, as it should, because it's modern hardware and an old game. So it's a day one cop for me. And also be aware that a part 2 collection is coming as well that was announced at the Nintendo Direct. That's all I got to say in my first impressions. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. I think I'm going to leave you guys with some gameplay in the background. Until next time, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.